Hey, how you all doing? Welcome again to my channel, Ed in the Philippines. Today is my first report, my first budget report for the month of July 2023. Now, I have been waiting for the electric bill to finally arrive before I put this video out. So excuse the lateness. However, stick with me and we'll get straight into it. Alright, okay, so the month of July is my first month here living in this subdivision of Aganland in Legao, General Santos. My budget is set at $50,000 a month. Let's see how I got on with that budget of $50,000 a month. I'm going to be converting it to US dollars, and the rate of exchange today on the 12th of August is 56.54, and it is getting better. In fact, the forecast for the end of the month looks pretty good for us expats living here. But anyway, let's jump into it. So the first fixed cost, as you know, is $15,000 a month. That's the rent on this place. Incidentally, I've already done a video on what you get for $15,000 in around General Santos. So, have a look, see what you think, see whether or not it suits you. It's ideal for me, being 2 bedrooms. Plenty of space for me kicking around here. Little bit of a space out there for James to grow a few plants. So yeah, rent budgeted was $15,000, and of course $15,000. That is $265 a month, guys. It's not bad, right? Food, my budget for food for the month is $15,000. My actual spend for the month, drum roll, 14,755 pesos. A saving of 245 pesos. No wonder why I feel a bit slimmer. Clothing, I've budgeted 200 pesos per month, clothing. Now that doesn't mean each month I'm going to go out and buy new clothes, because 200 pesos isn't going to really buy that much, unless I go to okay. But it's the accumulation, it's putting that money aside for future investments. I mean, when I came here, I brought two suitcases full of clothes. The third one was actually full of coffee and meds, but let's not get into that one. So yeah, I didn't buy any clothes this month, so I've saved 200 pesos. Drinking water, surprisingly, I mean, I've budgeted 500 a month, and I thought that would be plenty. But the actual cost is 585, so I've lost 85 pesos on drinking water. Now, where I think that stems from is, I won't say it too loud, but I was buying from a local store in the subdivision, and they are charging 45 pesos for a big tub of water. But now I can get it delivered to the house at 25 pesos, big container. And so I think going forward, that's going to be saving me a lot of money. Hair and dental, again, I've budgeted 100 pesos per month. Again, I haven't had a haircut, but I will do next month, or this month in August. But I've budgeted 100 pesos. And again, it's an accumulation. So I've saved 100 pesos. Eating out, I budgeted 1,000. We've actually was 951 spend, which is $16.82 on eating out. A saving of 49 pesos. Now, eating out's not a big thing for me. Never was in the UK, but I occasionally go out. And if we do go out, we tend to eat it in a Seoul. I do love their food there, and I think what you get is damn cheap. Occasionally had a Jollibee as well last month as well. So that's it really, but I'm not really, I'm more of a home bird. I'm an ex-butcher, I like to cook. I must do some cooking videos. Maybe something to think about in the future, right? Recreation and entertainment. I've put a budget of 1,200 a month. I actually spent 469 pesos. Oh, boring me. Which is $8.30 per month spending on recreation and entertainment. What are recreation and entertainment? Basically going to the cinema and watching a few movies that came out in July. Having a bit of popcorn while we were there. So we went a couple of times, watched a few movies. Again, not really a big movie fan. In fact, my family would tell you if I were going to watch a movie, I end up seeing the beginning and the end. And I don't see the middle bit. I go off to sleep. Anyway, moving on from that. Subscriptions. The only subscription that I've really got is my Microsoft Office, and I pay 540 pesos a month on that, so which is I don't know, $9. I've got it all converted in a chart, so stay tuned, guys, and you know, I could put a chart up at the end and you can have a look and see what I actually budgeted on and an actual spend. Miscellaneous items. Now I've put a huge label on miscellaneous items at 5,000, a budget of 5,000 pesos per month, and I actually spent 4,497 pesos. So I kind of like, which is just under $80 a month. Spending on that. I've saved 500 pesos. What is miscellaneous items? Well, as you know, I've just moved into this house. There's certain things that I, needed that I need to go out and buy. So I bought a shovel because I needed to do the garden, a hose pipe because I needed to water the garden. So there's odds and sods that I needed to buy to make my life a little bit easier living here. Now, I set it at 5,000 pesos. I think that's plenty enough. We'll see as I go what else I need. Oh, and I brought a drinks dispenser, so I got cold water on tap rather than have to keep refrigerating it. Yada yada yada. Sorry if I'm waffling on. So that's miscellaneous items. Load for the phones. I've budgeted 1,000 pesos a month, and I spent 913 pesos, which is $16, right? I saved 87 pesos for this month on load, and I thought I would be a lot lower, to be honest, but I'm also paying for my UK SIM card as well, because I need to receive incoming SMS messages, text messages from my UK number, so I'm paying for that as well as a SIM card for here, living in the Philippines. It's a lot cheaper texting in the Philippines, right? Internet. Now the internet, we've subscribed here to PLDT. Now they're pretty good. No, not bad. The speed's not bad. We're paying. Well, the budget for that is 1,799 a month. However, July cost me 2,400 a month on internet, which is a massive loss of 600 pesos. Why was it a loss? Well, the guys that came out to install the internet. Now, bearing in mind, we've gone into PLDT, we've signed up for the contract with them. You pay your subscription of 1,799 there and then up front, no problems whatsoever. The fitting allegedly is free. However, when the guys come out, there was 3 of them to install one cable. All right, fair dues. Well, they basically insisted on a little bit of a side hustle, I guess, if you like. But anyway, it's installed, everyone's happy, I'm happy. It cost me $42 for the month, this month, but I know next month's going to get it's not going to cost as much as that. It'll be the regular 1,799, which it is already because I've actually paid it for this month, for August. Electricity, I budgeted 2,000 pesos a month. Again, it was a shot in the dark of how much it was going to be living here, not living, watching other channels, seeing other people's budgets. I've set 2,000, thinking, well, is it going to be enough? I mean, if it's not, it's not. If it is, great. My electric bill came in at 2,045, and actually I was pretty chuffed with that because I thought it was going to be a lot higher. And the reason why is because July was a stinking hot month, and I used the air conditioning in the bedroom quite a lot. I've had it running from the time I go to bed to the time I get up in the morning, and then in the real stinking heaty hot day when it was up around the 34 degrees, I whacked it on and went and lay on bed and just chilled out because, like, man, that was whew. So I was surprised it came in as low as it did. That was a loss of 45 pesos, but I know that this month of August already it's cooler. I mean, I'm wearing a fairly thick shirt. I've got a little fan going behind me, but I'm not using, what is it, nearly midday now. I'm not using the air conditioning so far really during the day this month, so I know already that will be coming down. And the air conditioning unit, the AC unit, is uses the most electricity compared to the refrigerator that's running, the fans that are running. That is far most, the heaviest item using power. I would rather put on the air conditioning unit for the sake of, what did I spend? $36. $36 on electric this month alone. You can't go wrong, can you? Water. This isn't drinking water, this is just general water. Now I've set a budget of 600 pesos. Now bearing in mind, I've had baths 2, maybe even 3 times a day, going in there and using cold water, shucking over my body when it was really, really hot. My bill came in at 350 pesos for the month of July. That's $6, guys. That's ridiculous, isn't it? That is cheaper than I expected. And that's, like I say, that's taking baths 2-3 times a day, and using the hose pipe, and using the washing machine, and using it to wash up. You can't sniff at that, can you? Garbage collection. Now, I live on a subdivision. Now, I don't directly pay associated dues. Now, this is a little bit of a niggling, a little bit of a niggle. But I don't pay associated dues, it's paid within my rent. So effectively, my landlord, I pay the rent, my landlord takes my rent, and then they pay the associated dues for this house. So I don't pay directly, it is paid indirectly through the landlord. I think you know where I come. I think that makes sense. And as part of that associated dues, that includes keeping everything, the security guards, that includes keeping everything nice and tidy on the streets. We'll go there another day on that one. Keeping the grass cut and the play area with the children nice and, maintained. Yeah, we'll talk about that one another day. But also garbage collection. Weekly. Now we get once a week. It's on a Thursday we get our garbage collected, and I am surprised that they charge 20 pesos for a collection. So I've had to put a budget of 80 pesos in for a budget, although it cost me 40 in July, which is only, it's only 71 cents, guys. I know it's less than $1. But it's just the principle of the fact that I had to give these guys 20 pesos. And the first time I gave it, I said, hey, what is this, a foreigner's tax or something? They said, no, everybody pays 20 pesos. The following week, I'm there looking down the street, watching them coming down collecting. And sure enough, they were collecting 20 pesos off every household that had garbage. I was just a bit shocked in that, bearing in mind we all pay associated dues, which in effect should include the garbage collection. But there we are. I'm not here to change things, just to go with the flow. And it's not big bucks, is it? It's $1, less than $1. keeps the Peso. For Visa, I've budgeted 4,000 pesos a month. Now in July, I did extend my Visa, which cost 8,177. However, that was for 2 months. So I'm budgeting 4,000 a month, each month, every month, putting 4,000 pesos aside. That's for my Visa. So in effect, my Visa actually cost me 4,000 pesos. So I put that down as well. Which was $70 for a 2-month Visa extension. That's all included, all the fast lanes. Oh, excuse me, what? That's all the fast lanes included. I have done a video on Visa extensions. If you want to search, it's there. Travel expenses, I put down 1,500. What is travel expenses? I live in a subdivision. I don't have any means of transportation at the moment. So I kind of like take the tricycle going from here to town and back again. And this is where the foreigner's tax comes in again. I can go from here to town, it costs me 50 pesos, which is generally a lot, but it's okay, I'll pay it. But then when I come back, when I try and get back, I cannot get anyone to bring me back here to Hagenland Legao for less than 100 pesos. It's ridiculous. It costs me 50 to come out and 100 to come back. But to save or getting frustrated, and I've been in arguments and haggled with them, and it just stresses you out. Just pay it. I'm not paying any more than 100. If they ask for more, it's like, no, you can cake a foe, right? Anyway, my travel expenses for the month was 1,645, which was just a little under $30. I did overspend on that by 145 pesos. Now, we've done a lot of traveling in July, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. I had to go to PLT 3 times to try and set this account up. We had to go and pay the water bill, we had to go and pay the water bill, the electric bill, and not only that, going to all the other stores, going to watch the cinema. So there was a lot of toing and froing all for the month of July. Not so much this month. I think there's going to be a massive change on that. It's going to be a lot easier, as now I have Gcash. So I can pay my electric, I can pay my water and PLDT via Gcash. So I don't have to travel. That's going to save a massive amount. And also, you know, once we've gone to all the malls, I don't want to go there again. The only time I want to go out really is when I want to go shopping or go and eat. And that's generally it. So that, I think for August, there's going to be a massive drop on that, but it'd be interesting to see how. But on the subject of travel expenses, I still think that if I have my own motorcycle, I can stay well within budget, and I could go where I want, when I want, and don't have to rely on public transport or have to worry about the stress and the haggle. And so I am considering buying a motorcycle. I have looked at a few on Facebook Marketplace. Again, I don't know whether it's best to buy brand new. I mean, once bitten, twice shy. Eesh. I think brand new for me is going to be the best solution. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think I should just bite the bullet and go and buy a brand new motorcycle, which is going to cost in excess of about 80, maybe 100,000 pesos, or buy second hand, about 50,000. I suppose it's okay buying second hand, long as you've got all the paperwork, right? I'll consider it. Moving on, bank charges. Now, I originally didn't expect too much bank charges. I expect some kind of bank charges, so hence the reason why I budgeted 500 pesos. Bank charges are the conversion rates that when I draw money, when I send money to myself through Remitly, I pay a fee. So it's bank charges, which I've put separate. And I was using a recommended card. It's a nice green card, or for all of you know that are traveling, you know which one I'm talking about. And it was great when I was in Manila, when I was living in Manila, it was fantastic because everybody would accept card and it kept the fees low. However, here in General Santos, you wave a card at anybody and it's like, no, cash only, cash only, cash only. So it's like, okay. So I'm using less of that particular card because what I find frustrating is this particular card charges you a good rate of exchange, but they charge you for converting it over. They then charge you when you draw it out from the ATM machine. Now, I was always led to believe that the ATMs were free, and I've tried every ATM you can think, BDO, Bank of the Philippine Islands, yada yada yada, and so on, and every ATM charges me 250 pesos a time for withdrawal. And with this particular card, I can only draw 10,000 a month from it. Anything else I can draw over 10,000, again they charge me more. So that's why my bank charges were high for July. However, that's different this month of August. I've changed the way that I'm using my banking details, I've changed the way that I'm utilizing my bank. So it'd be interesting to see if that tweaks to my advantage. So at the moment, bank charges 657 pesos, which is converted to $11. And was a loss of 157 pesos. So the conclusion, all in all, my budget for this month, I budgeted 50,000 pesos, bar 19 pesos. The actual cost was 48,847 pesos, which is $863, and a difference, I've actually saved 1,172 pesos. Go me, yeah, boom, boom, boom. However, I think that I could do better than that. I could do better than that. And we're gonna see how August gets on, eh? Where are we? The 12th of August so far, and things are looking pretty tickety-boo actually. But you're gonna have to wait, and you're gonna have to wait for that one in September, when we finish August, and hopefully the electricity will be a lot quicker than it was this time. In fact, going back to the electricity, they read the electric meter at the end of July, 30th July. I saw the guy out there taking the meter reading. So I'm here on the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th, rubbing my hand. You know, any motorcycle that came near the property, I'm going, oh, here's the electric bill. No. They came and reread the meters on the 7th. So I think they must have ballsed up. They must have ballsed up somewhere along the line and sent Joe back out again to reread the meters. Anyway, it's done, it's here, it's paid, and that's my budget for July 2023, guys. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate my time with you guys. Thanks for all your likes. And we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Thanks ever so much. Bye-bye.